This is a $500 GameCube controller, and this is a $1 GameCube controller. And today we're going to be going from the $1 controller all the way up to the $500 controller. And let me tell you, the difference is huge. Now, before we start with the comparison, I will say that all of the matches in this video were streamed live to my Twitch channel, where I occasionally play with viewers in both Smash Ultimate and Super Smash Bros. Melee, either doing singles or doubles. With that as well, there are occasional updates onto my Discord server as to when these events will be happening. Anyway, let's get on to the video. So first up, I have this GameCube controller. Now, I said it was a $1 GameCube controller, but really I got this in a pack of 2 for about $14, so I guess it makes it more of a $7 GameCube controller. This controller, it's cheap. It's got a bit of rattle to it. The cable's cheap. It's short. All the buttons just kind of feel plasticky. Even the triggers sound bad. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into the matches with this one. I don't know. It's probably not that good. All right, let's try and get into a match. I'm hoping we don't lag out too bad. And we have Puff immediately. What is bro doing? Honestly, this controller doesn't feel like horrendously bad. What is happening, bro? He could have arrested me, right? Oh. No, don't leave. Don't. That was an interesting match. This controller sucks. It feels bad. It just feels bad to play on. I don't know how to put it. It's just tiring. Like, I feel like I have to press harder for a lot of stuff. Yeah, not a fan of this at all, actually. I guess if you have to play on it, it's whatever, but ideally, I think just don't buy one of these. Just don't. Now, next up, we have the OEM Smash Ultimate controller. Now, this one actually has a couple of button mods, and I think these typically go for about $60. But with the button mods, we're looking at close to maybe $100. So this controller, OEM parts, everything is just straight from Nintendo. It feels as a GameCube controller should. The triggers do sound a lot better than the last controller, but then it just feels like a normal GameCube controller because, I mean, that's what it is. So I'm on the OEM controller now. I've played on this controller a decent amount. It's drifting downwards, as you can see. It's just a little worn out. I've used this controller a lot for Smash Ultimate, but yeah, with it being worn out, it is just, it's a little rough. Dude, I like this controller is kind of good, but like it's a little rough. Now, this controller is a Controller Chaos controller. This is the Shine series controller, which that tournament series no longer exists. I don't know if they're still selling the controller on their site. It's about $200 to start, I think. And this one right here, I got with a white C-stick and white buttons. The rest of the parts I think are supposed to be OEM, but when I cracked open the controller, it did not look anything like my other GameCube controller. But overall, the controller itself just plays fine. All right, we're on the Shine controller now instead of the OEM, because I played 2 matches like that. But dude, the stick boxes on this feel so different. Whoa. He went out there for it. I respect it, actually. Bro, Marth is such a simple character. He's just had to F smash several times and I keep falling for it. Okay, the Controller Chaos controller, not working. I do like the sticks though. It does feel nicer. It's pretty similar to the OEM though. Now, moving on after the Shine series controller, we have what I would say is our first expensive controller. Now, the controller Chaos controller being $200 is expensive, but this controller right here is something special. This is a fob controller, which uses Hall effect sensors for its stick boxes. Now, this controller comes with a custom shell on it. I got this shell, I think, from France, and it is a Star Fox shell. It comes in a blue to like purple gradient. It's actually super cool. And it's got bald buttons, which are also like starry, spacey themed. So with that, the board itself, I think, was about 200 bucks. And then with the shell and the buttons, it comes out to roughly about $350. But this controller is probably one of the best controllers I've ever used. The shield dropping is super duper consistent, and the overall feel of the controller and the stick boxes is just, it's amazing. Having bald buttons, I think, is also super cool, especially for things like if you use the strum method from Y to B for multi-shine, it's a lot easier on your thumbs. We're on the fob right now. Oh, dude, this controller, I forgot how responsive this is. I don't know if it's the calibration on the fob, but I feel like I get way shorter wave dashes. I love the fob, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I do love the fob. Z-Jump is just so good on this. I'm using Z-Jump right now. I'm having fun with this dude. I don't know who you are, 401k, but I'm sorry that I'm playing Falco today. This has to be bullying. Damn. Damn. Bro, the fob fire. Okay, next I'm gonna do the Goom Wave next. Bro, I was trying to cook for a second, but I burnt it. Now, lastly, we have the $500 GameCube controller. Now, this controller, it has an OEM JP White shell with notches on it, a black C-stick, and then it has a button set that is Galaxy themed. This controller also does come with a braided cable, and like my other controller, since this is a controller that I use, it does have a trigger plug in the right side. This controller though, compared to the last one, its board is a little bit different. Instead of having a fob board that uses Hall effect sensors, this has a Goom Wave board, which actually has hot swappable potentiometers. On top of that, there's a few other things that the Goom Wave board has, which has kind of muddied the line between whether or not a controller is considered cheating. As this controller, you're able to get easier up tilts, and ledge dashing actually has fast fall lockout. Now, when I do it as a bad player, I still get fast fall when I'm trying to ledge dash, and my up tilts are not the most consistent. So I don't know how cheaty it is unless you're a top player, but we will see in the matches. This is the final controller. This controller is the most expensive one that I have. This is the one I actually play with probably the most. It's really hard to shield drop on this controller though. Oh, he started down tilting. I just had to wait. All right, after this one, I'll do one more with him. I've enjoyed playing this player though. can't sit there, bud. Oh, he didn't want to do one more. Either way, this controller, thanks. I love this controller. But with that, that does cover all of our controllers. Tell me what you think. I actually think that playing with the fob is one of the best experiences that I've had, but the Goomwave does have its benefits on top of it just feeling smoother as a controller. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you want to see more videos about anything, really, I mostly do challenges in games. Lately, it's been a lot of Smash challenges and Mario Kart, but I do try and cover other games. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe, and join in the Discord if you want to get in on some of the nights that we have with these Nintendo games, whether it's Mario Party, Mario Kart, or Super Smash Bros. Like I mentioned earlier. Anyway, thank you guys for watching the video, and I hope to see you in the next one.